2025 is literally within hours. Sheesh, how are y'all doing, man? Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's Eve here in Kuwait. We are literally an hour and a half away from 2025 New Year's. And boy, that is man. 2024 has been a very surprising year for Tesla investors. It's been a very surprising year for Tesla investors. Who knew that the last 2 months of 2024 would bring Tesla to all-time flipping highs? Bro, this is insane. This is a time to sit back and reflect, you know? And since majority of you guys are all Tesla investors, well, we're gonna talk about that, right? We're gonna talk about that. So I want to know how y'all doing. How is everybody doing? Because this is the last live stream in 2024 and the last kind of video in 2024. Sheesh, we have solution. Keep up the outstanding videos, updates, go all in, LFG, 601,000 in 2025, a Patreon member. My man. This guy comments on every single video that I do, and he's a good supporter. I love you, man. Thank you so much. And man, make sure you put enough financial advice in that too. Absolutely hilarious, man. Seth Lord, 2024. Sheesh, absolutely insane. Bro, you bought 50K of more Tesla yesterday. Look, here's the thing. I'm buying more shares. I am dollar cost averaging here and there. I did buy today. But if the stock goes below $400, like I have it right here. If the stock goes below 400 flipping dollars, let me go ahead and refresh that because that oh my god, I may have to get my dry powder ready because as soon as it goes under $400, man, I'm destroying that not like button. You guys should destroy that like button, but I'm destroying that buy button. Oh my god, let me keep refreshing, dude. Come on, I mean the volume is so low today. I mean, dude, if it goes below 400, dude, I am gonna buy. I probably will buy a couple more before it closes because this is looking pretty darn good. Sheesh, 404, bro. Are you kidding me? Are we gonna see below 400 like in this live stream? Oh my god. That's going to be absolutely crazy. I mean, my price target is still 350 by end of the year. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna stop refreshing this. We'll come back to that in a bit. But that's what all I'm saying. How you doing, Satya? Hope you're doing well. Seth Lord, thank you for the super chat. Maybe the last super chat of this year, or maybe not. I don't know. Sheesh. Happy New Year. Thank you. But yeah, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Happy New Year 2025. Hell yeah. I hold 160K from that's a sheesh moment. Yashu, my man Yashu, bro. Get your ass up here, man. Get your ass up here. Let me know if you want to come here. Let me know if you want to come on this live stream and talk about it for a bit. I got like half an hour. So if you're down, let me know in the comments, man. Let me know in the comments. I'll send you a link and then we can do like some sort of I don't know, like a 2024 recap or something, man. Come on, let's go. But you're saying go on Yahoo, give me the link, like let's flip and do it. All right, let me send it to you through X. I'll send it to you through X. Here we go, guys. Here we go. This live stream just got like 10x better. Let's flip and go. All right, let me get this. Let me get my boy Yashu up here. Yashu, come on. There you are. Bam, link sent. Let's flip and go. Okay, hold on. Let me get my headphones because I need to get my headphones for this. Oh wait, I have them right here. Nice. Good stuff. Bro, this is gonna be insane. I love the unexpected. It's just gonna be flipping awesome. There we go. I think I'm hooked up and ready to go for Yashu. Let's do this. What do we think of deliveries? That's a good question. What do you guys think of deliveries? I made a video about this just 2 days ago. I'm thinking 507,000. Just a little bit north of that. I think that makes more thing. Sent. Let's flip and go. This is gonna be flipping epic. This is gonna be epic. We're gonna get Yashu up here. Let's go, man. Happy New Year, Tesla. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yashu, let's go. This is gonna be an epic live stream. Until he comes, I'll put my headphones on. You're the best. Thank you, man. But honestly, you guys are the best. Right? I'm not giving any financial advice or anything. I'm just presenting you guys the facts. That's all I'm doing. And then I say, hey, these are the facts. Don't listen to mainstream media because mainstream media has been wrong till now, and they always will be wrong. You guys make the decision. I guess I helped you guys not be fearful. I think that's what's important here. Happy New Year, FSD 2020. Man, Robotaxi is going to be absolutely crazy in 2025. Robotaxi, FSD, energy. We'll see about the bot though. I want to see what's going to happen with the bot. But dude, it's going to be absolutely a sheesh moment. 515K. If we hit 515K, man, it's going to be crazy. And I just realized today that I'm not wearing my go all in shirt, my sheesh short, because in about half an hour, I gotta, or about like, yeah, in about half an hour, I gotta dash out because I gotta go for this New Year because New Year's here starting in literally less than an hour and a half. I'm going on the rooftop. That's all I'm doing. But gotta get ready and all that goodies. But yeah, 515K, that'll be flipping awesome. If we can get it, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's 505K or 510K or 500K, as long as it's above 500, guys. That's all that matters. What's more important is energy. We got to see energy numbers. So that's more important. Okay, another question. When will we be talking about Q4 22? When? I mean, a year from now, of course. Q4 2025. That's a year from now. So, and I think as the quarters go by and the years go by, deliveries are not really gonna matter anyway. So let's see. It ain't gonna. It's not. It's not gonna matter. I think people gonna Wall Street will go like, okay, they will look into like we'll see the FSD margin and all that stuff coming. I think that's more important. 2024 solidified that Tesla is not a car company. That's all I'm gonna say. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, old barn. Hope you're doing Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Wideness. That's your real name. Thank you. Oh, LeBrands, or I think Brandon here, right? Thank you, man. Thank you, Pejjy. You made me from 2,000 to 30,000. Dude, look, thank you for like, giving me the props and stuff, but you did this, not me, my man. You did this. But that's insane. 2,000 to 30,000? Oh my God. That's what, like an 8x or something, right? Like no, that's more than that's a 12x. No, that's a 15x, bro. You made 15x on Tesla? Crazy. But you deserve it though. You deserve it. Sheesh. Thank you, Pejjy. You made us two of them. Nice. Sheesh, old barn. Thank you. Love you. Happy New Year. I'm watching. I'm watching. Yeah, thank you. I know. I know you are. For sure. Tesla did a great job keeping the Model Y refresh under wraps. Yeah, but now it's wide open. Everyone knows about it now. I think in about a week or two, people can start ordering it. So, because we can see through the chart, I'll show you guys right now. Quickly show you guys because I am using only one screen here. So if Yashu comes, I need to be ready. Let's see. Ah, here it is. Look at this chart, guys. Just look at this chart. Let me just go ahead and do that. Look at Model Y dropping. It's like the stock back in 2022. That means that they're not producing any more Model Ys. They're done producing Model Ys. They're as soon as this goes as so like literally zero, they're gonna say, all right, you guys can now order the the Model Y refresh. I'm gonna present to you all the man himself, Yashu. How you
How's it
doing?
going?
Happy
Hey,
New
man. Long time no talk. How's it
Year.
going?
Long time, man. How you doing, my man? Happy New
Pretty
Year,
good.
dude.
Happy New Year. Yeah. Is it already past 12 o'clock and quit?
No, it's well, it's 10:38 right now, so yeah, we got some time. We got some time.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, man, how
I,
do you feel? Like, how you feeling, dude?
well, I was eating a little breakfast sandwich and I was watching your stream. And then I was like, yeah. And then I had spinach all over my teeth. So, if I'm not looking up to snuff, I hope everyone doesn't mind. I see everyone in the chat, a lot of familiar faces. Are you guys talking about deliveries, right?
Nice.
At the moment?
Yeah, right now, yeah, it looks like deliveries are coming up now. So, yeah, what do you think
Okay.
about deliveries? What do you think deliveries gonna be?
Well, the stock's down 3%. the volume is so low. Like yesterday, I think it was 55
Mm,
million shares traded. Right now, I think we're sitting around 55 million shares again. And typically, when stocks go down on low volume, that signals profit taking more than it does institutional selling. The
nice.
problem is that no one is really going to want to buy Tesla hand over fist before deliveries. Like if you're an institutional investor, you're probably like, okay, well, Tesla's run up so far so fast. It's at the end of the year. A lot of them are on vacation. Why not? Let's just wait until after production deliveries report, and then we'll reassess from there. So I don't think we're, and markets close tomorrow, of course. And
Mm,
so, as it stands right now, like the problem is that there's not a lot of volume in between the 350 to 400 range. Like not a lot of people have their average costs in that range if you look at a volume
right.
graph.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not a great position to be in. Deliveries, I've kind of been on the boat of like they more or less don't matter. Like, of course,
Yeah.
they matter because Tesla makes revenue off of them. But like, if we're looking 5+ years out, it's not the story for Tesla. Now, for my options, it is because I have options and I want Tesla stocks to go up. But that's a different problem I have. But you're at 515, right, for deliveries?
No, no, 507, a little bit over
Oh, 507.
507,
Yeah,
because I didn't realize that Fremont and Shanghai, they're pretty much done producing Model Y. I mean, all factories are done producing Model Y. So I'm just like, okay, deliveries could potentially be even higher than production. And I'm seeing a lot of people say that as well. So I'm just like, okay, um, I based on data, the Cybertruck 3 days halt, of course, that has some impact on that as well, giving it a high
yeah,
delivery rate of nearly almost 100%. I think 507 is around the right number, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Here's the thing: it doesn't like what's really crazy is that you mentioned it earlier, saying that these institutions are not buying until after deliveries, but then we already know that deliveries are going to be north of 500,000. So it doesn't matter if they did 505,000 or 515,000. Yes, 515,000 will show like a little bit growth of vehicles year over year, but at this point, it doesn't really matter, right? What I'm more looking forward towards is the energy. Man, if we get 10 gigawatts per hour, if we get it over that, man, dude,
hmm.
man, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
That I mean, not financial
So
advice. I
that's
think
what
it's
you're
gonna be
looking for.
crazy. Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
So you think
Yeah,
that's the number to watch for, not so much deliveries. Interesting.
yeah. Because right now it's like only like what 5, 10K everyone's fighting for, right? It's literally tooth and nail at this point. So it's like energy is the one that no one is like paying attention to. It's like, oh, okay, energy's there. Everyone's forecasting about vehicle deliveries, but no one's forecasting about energy, which that brings
Yeah.
28% gross profits. So it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, but I guess whatever. Let's see what happens. Anything, what I'm saying, anything under 400, man, I'm just gonna destroy that, demolish that buy button. It's just, yeah.
Well, well, you might get it today the way the stock's going at the moment. I think I heard Gary say that the whisper number on Wall Street is 407, 507. So that's the bar to look at for up plus or minus of stock at the moment. Like, so if you're, 507, technically speaking, would bring kind of like a nothing burger to stock. I mean, here's the question though:
Yeah.
when production deliveries end, right, and we get the number, does that open up the next leg of people that want to get into Tesla that were waiting for a dip, waiting for some news to pass, and now it's like settled? It's like, okay, now I can buy back into Tesla. It's come back down a little bit because no one wants to be the guy holding the bag, right? If Tesla's at
Yeah.
$490 a share, no one wants to be the person be like, I'm going to buy hand over fist here. But it's like, oh, Tesla ran 70%. Now it's taking a hit again. Does it justify more institutions coming in the next little bit after production deliveries go, okay, that news is behind us. Now it's all about earnings, and earnings is coming up in a month's time.
Yeah. And the thing is with the earnings is that um whether I mean, lately it's been like the Tesla, well, if you exclude Q3, Q1, Q2, they were like misses, but then it roars up because guidance was so fire. And I think that's more important because there's so much baked in for 2025. And, all Elon has to do in this guidance is not mess it up, right? All he has to say is that, yeah, affordable models are coming, within 6 months, and we have the robotaxi being launched, and we have energy going to be double or triple the output they've already produced. All the good things, right? All the good things, which I think Elon will say. then I think, I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter what the earnings are, whether it's a miss or a beat, in my opinion. And then it's just gonna say, okay, forward looking, forward looking, forward looking, and then I can
Well,
see
they're gonna
it.
guide.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. No, they're definitely going to guide though, right? Like that's going to be a big positive that they're going to guide for this year to be like how many cars we're actually going to deliver. And in the last earnings report, they continue to say that they're on track for their new vehicle coming out in the first half of 2025. So
yeah,
we're going to definitely hear, like we have to hear about that in the next earnings call, like
100%.
strategic. So like first half of 2025 is like the first 6 months. So earnings is, end of Jan. That's like 5 months max until their first sale of that vehicle is coming out. Like we're gonna hear about it.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I'm excited, but I'm more excited about the FSD stuff or with taxi stuff. That thing is going fire. I mean, you did you get your hardware three or I think you're three, right? So
Yeah.
did you get the
Yeah.
latest update with the FSD?
Uh I haven't driven my car for a couple of
Bruh.
day now. Hold on. I don't have the update. No, I don't have the update just yet. I'm not
Okay.
honestly though, dude. I'm like I'm not that excited over 12.6. Like,
Mm.
okay, 12.5.4.2 is giving me problems with phantom braking and green flashing green lights and stuff. But like if someone was like, oh, I'd be running down to my car to check if I have the update. I'm like, yeah, if I had an AI4 car and I got 13, I'd be very excited. 12.6 is kind of like sloppy seconds a little bit. I don't know. I'm not getting super excited about it. Maybe I'm wrong and it turns out to be a great model, but it's just a bridge into version 13 coming up in a few months.
Yeah. But that's exciting because you're seeing Tesla's actually like, they're actually solving the issue of getting the latest models, the latest versions to hardware 3, which is pretty interesting because it's like, Elon said that if we can't do it, you'll just get a free upgrade to hardware 4 or AI 4 now. But it's crazy that they're working it out that now, AI 3 or hardware 3, they're actually like, they're doing it. So that's a sheesh moment. And I'm like, wow, well, that's crazy,
I
crazy.
don't I don't I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Just because like okay, 12.6, the whole thing about 12.6 is now it's end to end, right? The city stack, highway stack, end to end, same neural net. The reason why they couldn't jump to 13 is because they still weren't on single stack on AI3 cars. I think they're in a position now where they're pretty much fully gung ho on AI4, advancing that, training on that model, inferencing on AI4 for like the bleeding edge of things. And I think what they're doing with AI with hardware 3 is like, okay, what's the minimum we can do to keep people happy for the time being? Because like what they want to do is they want dude, all you got to do is go on Yahoo Finance. You don't have to refresh. Trust me, it's way
Dude, it
better.
keeps freezing on me. That's why I'm using this. But let's try it.
Oh,
Let's try it.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
sucks. Like the chart keeps freezing on me, which is just that's why I'm just using the thing.
Oh,
But let's see
okay.
what Yahoo
Okay.
Finance.
But like to AI4, like I think they're so full speed ahead on AI4 that it really doesn't matter to them what hardware 3 is at the moment because it's not going to be what starts with unsupervised. Like unsupervised is going to start with AI4 cars, maybe AI5, but
Yeah,
AI4 cars. So what they're doing with hardware 3, it's like, okay, they're just trying to appease us for the time being. Like, why would you train on hardware 3? Why would you inference on hardware 3 for the bleeding edge cutting stuff? You wouldn't. You would just try to give them enough updates to keep them happy. But you wouldn't dedicate all your resources on hardware 3, understandably so, because like their whole goal is unsupervised within the next few months, right? So
yeah,
um, yeah, but I mean, like maybe I'm just gotten a little bit jaded on FSD, but every time I drive it, I still love it. I use it 95% of the time. I
that's
think it's
crazy.
amazing. You know, yes, I has problems with navigation and I kind of start yelling at it every now and then when it starts to change lanes more than I would, but like it's an amazing piece of tech and sometimes I forget that because I use it every day and it's just like something that you kind of get used to in a weird way, but
Yeah,
I probably shouldn't.
yeah. Well, let's see. Maybe it'll come to a point where they have to upgrade the hardware 3 to hardware 4, and then you have a Tesla with the hardware 4. So let's see what happens here. We have here Gonzilla Soil saying Juju Gang represents.
Gonzalo, my man, yes. Yes, I see a lot of familiar faces in chat. Shout out to you guys.
Nice, nice. This is nice. This is nice. So y'all should what I mean, in 2024, man, what was your favorite part of Tesla? in 2024. Like out of all the, this crazy year, because I mean, I've never seen a stock going from 250s to 150, 140, now to all-time high in all 1 year. You know what I
Wow.
mean? It's just crazy. So like,
Like,
you know,
what's your answer to this? I want to know yours first. Is it the all-time high break?
well, I mean, well, that came to a surprise. I didn't even know that we're gonna like. I didn't
Yeah.
have hitting all time highs in my books. Like I was very confident that we're gonna hit 350. I knew that, but not all
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
highs.
You called
I'm
that.
just
You
like,
called that.
yeah,
Everyone needs to give Pejjy a like and subscribe for that, because he called 350 on the dot. And to be fair, like you were saying, it could end the year at 350 at the rate we're going in the next hour.
dude, like it's crazy. See, the chart doesn't work here for some reason. It's weird, but I don't know. Maybe it's a Quake
Oh,
thing. I don't know, but
oh,
but
okay. All
yeah.
good.
I mean, look
I
at
can
that.
I
Oh,
can
there we
share
go.
mine
Now
if you
it's
want.
working.
Oh, you got it? Okay, good, good.
It looks like it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it works.
Um,
Okay, finally.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like the easy answer is all-time high, the break. Like that was exciting.
Yeah.
Um, but like that's too much of an easy answer. I don't know what my favorite part of this year was. I think my favorite part of the year right now is getting excited about the AI scaling that's going on with Tesla superclusters. Like that's my
Yeah.
current obsession is they're scaling up these supercomputers at XAI, at Tesla. They're rivaling like Meta, Google, Amazon. Like they're rivaling some big dogs in the space now. And I'm just excited to see, with all of that compute power ready, where does next year lead us to? 2025, Elon said, will be like a tsunami, is what he called it. Like it'll be a tsunami
Yeah.
by the end of the year. So that's what I'm currently most excited about, because this year was all about setting up those supercomputers and getting capital to buy the chips and all that stuff. Next year will be a large portion of training on it. So um, yeah, it's just so obvious that Tesla is going to win the game with AI, with real world AI now. Um, it's just not even close. Like no one else even comes like second to real world AI to Tesla.
Yep. And you posted literally right here about it too, saying that many don't understand Tesla is the only real world AI there is in the market. AI plane there's in the market. Meta, Amazon, Google, Apple are all great companies scaling AI clusters, but none are focused on real world data or real world uses. And Tesla deservedly gets a
Mm-hmm.
premium in valuation. And it's true because there's no other company out there that's that has physical real world AI. And if they do, not as much as Tesla has, which is crazy. So, and it's incredible to me that none of these big companies have this kind of type of data, especially Google. I mean, Google, they have Google Maps, they have all this stuff, and they have Waymo as well. Well, it's LiDAR, but and stuff like that. But it's crazy that
Mm-hmm.
Tesla just has this much of real world
Yeah.
AI data. It's crazy. And
Yes.
yeah, they do deserve a premium because this premium is what's going to enable robo taxis and the FSDs and potentially FSD licensing, which can create just industries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah, this was a good post. I really like this post. I'm just like,
Yeah. Thanks, man.
it's crazy.
Like Cyrus Hill is saying in the comments, tsunami equals all AI related stuff, right?
Yeah.
And and Adam is saying favorite part robotaxi event on Wall Street not buying like retail. Look, like the AI stuff, I don't think like I think we don't make a big enough deal about it sometimes. Like the AI infrastructure that Tesla is setting up, it's not the top in terms of compute power just yet. It's going to get there, but it's one of the only companies that, if you look at what they're training, like you said, it's the data, it's real world data. It's video compression from cars, compressing that down, training on that data, and inferencing it out on a small little chip in your car. Every other company, like for example, Facebook, they're training their AI on Llama, right? Llama 4, Llama 5,
Mm.
this AI model, open source, of course, cool. LLM based, though, right? Large language model based. It's not necessarily real world based. And so if you look at the big wigs and what they're doing, they're not going to make a physical change in the world as much as Tesla's going to do in the next 5 or 10 years. Everyone's headed into a different direction than Tesla on this. Tesla's gung ho running one direction, and no one else is following Tesla. And to be fair, you can't just do this, right? First of all, you need the data. We've always talked about the data advantage that Tesla has. They can pull video from all cars around the world, all use cases. They can query out certain problems that they want to highlight and train based on that more heavily and weigh it. But then also the other problem is no one has the compute, right? Like it took XAI just last week, they just raised $6 billion, right? From NVIDIA, AMD, and a bunch of capital partners in Saudi Arabia, right? Guess what? All of that is going towards chips. All of that is going towards chips. Like, no, so if me and you wanted to start a company tomorrow, like we can't just raise $6 billion to compete. It's just not possible. There's only a handful of companies / people that can do this. Elon is one of them. The Mega 5 company, the Mega 6 companies, all of them can do it. All of them are doing it. And I think that's what we've seen with the premium in Tesla is that if you look at the market values of those companies, right? NVIDIA, Apple, like Amazon, 3 trillion, 2 trillion, like trillions of dollars. If you looked at Tesla like 4 months ago at 600 billion or whatever, nothing can change that.
Crazy. Yeah.
But still, like not even close into the ballpark of the compute power that it's now caught up with. So I think people now look at Tesla as a AI play of like, okay, I missed out on NVIDIA's huge run. Tesla has a lot of potential with it. Let's just invest in Tesla as well. I think there's a degree of that happening.
Yeah, you had a good point. Missing NVIDIA, missing Palantir. There was one point that I just had. It was a very good point, but I just slipped out of my mind. Came back. 2024 is the year now that solidified Tesla as not a car company. Do you agree with this?
I know. I heard you say this a few minutes ago before tuning in. I think the market. I will agree with you personally. I think the market still hasn't, and that's good. Because the market, I think there's some people on Wall Street that have, but I think the market looks at percentage of revenue as the sole delineation of what a company is. And to be fair, Tesla is majority car business, automotive revenue at the moment. I think once that flips, it'll be obvious, but then by then it might be too late already. So as an investor, I agree with you, but I don't think Wall Street fully has yet, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah. I think the they're slowly waking up to it. I think all retail investors 100% are like, yeah, this is the company. After Robotaxi, after this FSD stuff, there's no way you can. Even Dan Ives just came out and said it recently, saying that it's an insult if you call Tesla a car company, which is absolutely, he's correct in my opinion. But that's crazy. I want to go back to the comment that you said about the AI stuff and how Tesla's going on one direction, everyone's going the other direction. It's crazy that not just the former CEO of Uber pretty much saying that, yeah, Tesla's going to take care of it. We thought that we can do it, but Tesla's going to take care of it. We have Jensen from NVIDIA CEO saying that Tesla is the AI leader. We have what's the other guy's name? CEO of Google, which runs Waymo, saying that Tesla is the leader, which is crazy because they don't even have one robotaxi on the road, and he's calling them the leader. GM coming out saying, our LiDAR method didn't work, and neural nets is the way to go. Pretty much admitting that Tesla's way is correct. And I made a post mocking Ross Gerber, saying that there needs to be more LiDAR. And then he commented on it today, like a few hours ago. He's like, yeah, he's still. You want to see? You want to see what he says? It's flipping hilarious. He said, "Let me go ahead and find it. Come on. Where is it? And I commented back to him too. He said, "Where's that funny post? Where's that funny post?"
You guys gotta hit and subscribe for this on Pejjy channel.
Oh yeah, I love this guy. Where's it, man? Where's the I can find it easy with the media because this is much fun. This is funnier. Here it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, see it right there. He's like, they still need more LiDAR, and I'm just like, but what are you talking about, man? I'm like, Ross, GM admitted that their method to solve self-driving cars, which uses LiDAR, is not effective, and suggested that neural nets are the way. Many others are. What the heck? What happened here? whatever. But many are suggesting the same
Yeah.
thing. So it's just like, so why you keep saying lidar? You know what I mean? So
Okay. Well, first of
it's
all, I just want to highlight okay, just hover over his name for a second. He has how many? I love how you don't follow him. How many followers? He has
yeah, I don't.
374,000 followers. He has 0 likes on his post. His reply has
Okay, we gotta
0
check this
likes.
out. We gotta check this
No, like
out.
no, just go back. You can see it.
Oh,
Just go
oh,
back.
on this. Yeah. Okay,
He has
yeah.
no
Okay.
likes. Um, I don't know. Sometimes you just can't help it. That's funny. That is really, really funny.
Yeah, I was surprised that this guy even flipping like commented. I'm just like, you serious, dude? Like, you're wrong. Like November 1st, 2024, we're now gonna be literally exactly 3 months. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
you're still saying they still need lighter. Like, dude, I
He
don't know, dude.
what yeah, it's just irrelevant. I think he wants to be on the board still or something. There's probably some degree
He's
of
he's very salty. He's
he's salty
very,
about that for
very
sure.
salty.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
LiDAR, maybe invest in LiDAR companies. Who knows? Like maybe he really likes LiDAR for that reason. I don't know. Could be
man, I
possible.
don't even.
I'm not entirely
Jeez,
sure. But
I
like
don't even know
look at
what he's thinking.
I mean, just look at Waymo to your point. The CEO of Google, who owns Waymo, is saying that Tesla
Yes.
is ahead and Tesla's leading. Like Waymo, I talked to Herbert about this just today. Like Waymo could have,
Mm,
like, we don't know the ratio of drivers that they have remote to their cars out there. Like we don't actually know that number, right? Like it could be very high in terms of remote drivers actually operating Waymo. Look at the costs of Waymo. Like Waymo spends billions of dollars to operate. So like, what are they spending that money on? It's not chips, right? Yeah, that's funny. This is obvious.
yeah.
For, I mean, to be fair, 4 years ago Elon said this and no one believed him. 4 years now later,
Yep.
everyone's like, okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why you never bet against Elon. And I think that's one of the big lessons that everyone should learn in 2024, that you don't want to bet against this guy, because the man went from it's funny when you sit back and think about it, man. The guy went from being harassed by the government to becoming the flipping government.
Yeah. So that's a degree of why Tesla's roared so much.
Oh
Is
my
like,
god.
I think
Yeah.
Tesla stock had been so depressed for so long to a portion because of the lawfare that was going against Elon and his
Yeah.
companies. Like we know recently with Elon saying the SEC is trying to put him in a corner and saying, if you don't, we're going to fine you. And then on top of that, when he doesn't oblige with it, now they're opening a probe on Neuralink. It's like it's quite obvious that they're going to do anything they can do to stall Elon, right? That's like their whole
Yeah.
goal. So yeah, dude. Honestly, all I look at is 2025. It's the AI. It's the year of AI, really,
Yeah.
for Tesla. Like Tesla has scaled their cluster in Austin. Their Cortex version 13 is the first model fully trained on Cortex on their 100,000 H100s. Next year, they're going to probably get B200s. They're going to continue to scale. XAI's old chips are going to probably get sold to Tesla, some degree of infrastructure sharing there. Like it's all about AI next year. It starts with unsupervised FSD, but then it ends with bots. It's just it's an exciting time.
Wow. So you're talking about, do you think there's going to be some interesting news about, well, of course there's going to be something going on with the ball, but do you think that potentially there could be some sort of a catalyst for the Optimist next year?
I think internally, like I think of course like what's their goal? How many optimists do they want to have running around their factory by end of next year? I think he's
I
told
think it
us,
was a
right? A few
thousand or
thousand.
two. Yeah, a few
Yeah.
thousand, somewhere
So
around there.
like that's cost savings for Tesla. What does
Mm.
that mean in terms of like bottom line? That would make a difference for sure.
Oh yeah.
But what does that mean for the market? I don't know. Like it's not, like but like honestly, no one is factoring in. Like Kathy Wood is one of the most biggest bulls of Tesla on they're
Yeah.
on Wall Street, right? Um, she doesn't even have Optimus as any revenue in her model of her price target of 2,600 or whatever it is. There is no
Yep.
Optimus in that, right? Like that's kind of unreal that she's just looking at FSD and I have my gripes with her model a little bit, but still,
Mhm.
whatever it is, 2600 or whatever, she's just looking at FSD and robo taxis and mapping that out. Not even Optimus. So one of the most bullish people on Wall Street doesn't even have Optimus yet. The minute you get a sniff of Optimus, you could see a floodgates open moment.
Dude, it's gonna be insane. I had Joe on this channel a couple times. Awesome guy, and he's an economist, so he looks at some of a lot of these things, and he's just like, if they announce it, the bot that you can do pre-orders next year, the stock's gonna run up to 1,000, and I'm just like, I mean, his price target is like over 10,000 by 2030, and I'm just like, that's insane. But he's putting a lot of the emphasis on the bot. And so he says
Hmm.
that low probability, well, yeah, a low probability in 2025, but a higher probability in 2026 that you can pre-order the bots. But I think the realistic catalyst for next year is pre-ordering the Cybercab. I think once Tesla goes like, okay, yeah, you have the affordable models as well. You have this, you have that, great. We have energy pumping out. We have FSD, robot taxis on the road. But you know,
Yeah.
Cybercab, volume production. We need someone's gonna buy the 2 million, 2 million Cybercabs, right? So, make the pre-orders, and I can see that happening sometime in October or maybe
Yeah.
November of the
Yeah.
next year of saying that, hey, it's open, but expect the
I
deliveries to
agree.
be in a year from now or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Like 100%. And they will do that. The Optimus pre-order I don't buy because Tesla can
Yeah,
eat
me
up
too.
all of the Optimus that they make for years. Like Tesla can be like, we're just gonna buy all, we're gonna make them and we're gonna use them, and we're gonna train the crap out of them. And then once we
Yeah.
can kind of generalize it, then we'll start selling it. Um, but Cybercab, yes. But then of course the Model Y thing, like we talked about at the beginning, like Model Y refresh, Juniper, whatever you want to call it, like we're a day
Yeah.
away probably from that piece of news, right? I know a
Yes.
lot of people that are waiting to order their Model Ys until that news
Yep.
happens, and then they're going to buy their
Yep.
Model Ys. Um, and then what does that mean for the affordable models, right? Like Tesla in the earnings report, we're on track for the first half to release, of more affordable lines. Like, what is that piece of news, and why is no one talking about it?
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Everyone's just right now focused on this delivery thing and just on the short term stuff. But man, it's gonna be so exciting 2025. What are you excited for 2025? The most excited for?
I'm excited for unsupervised. It has to be unsupervised. Like that's
Yes.
Tesla's next big leg of revenue. That's what I'm most excited about. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things, but the main thing, like my thesis is when I went all into Tesla, it was for one reason only, which is the robot taxi, the full self driving. So the
Yeah,
unsupervised for sure is a very big moment. Um,
yeah,
like the affordable models are cool and all, but I'm more interested to see if these affordable models, well, of course, they're going to be hardware for, and any Teslas they make is definitely going to have full self driving. So I'm very interested to see how these models look like, what they're priced at, and how much they can scale up deliveries with that, which helps the full self
exactly.
driving and the robot taxis. So I'm very excited for that. But I'm mainly, yes, unsupervised, yeah, in 2-3 states, yep. But I think I'm putting a lot of chips on this Cybercab pre-orders next year. I,
Okay.
I I
What do you
I
think?
feel like,
Yeah.
but what's up?
What do you think about it? Like, what do you said October? So, what do you think pricing, and what do you think volumes of pre-orders
Yeah,
come from
October.
that?
Yeah, so October, November, I'm thinking like pre-orders, price. I think the Cybercab is gonna be the FSD. It has to be a monthly subscription. There's no way that the one-time fee will be with it, because it's like, if you want to get the car, which is 25,000, right, and then you want to pay 8,000 for FSD, well, that's no longer a 25,000 car, and there's no point of getting the FSD if you're gonna get the Cybercab because it has no wheels, steering wheels, So I think it's definitely gonna be a subscription. I think it's gonna be, I don't know, $99 a month, or maybe they can increase the price on this one because it's a monthly subscription, maybe up to 199 or 299, right? Um,
Right.
and so it's gonna be like 25,000 plus your monthly payments of, um, of the FSD, or with the financing and the mortgage, whatever it is. Um, so I think the pricing is going to be like that. And I mean, I think a lot of people are very excited for this. That as soon as this thing comes up, as soon as they see unsupervised rolling next year, I think we'll see a big surge in orders, and then I think availability they'll start in maybe ha- Q2, end of Q2, beginning of Q3 of 2020 production, and then roll out end of Q3, Q4. Because if I'm Tesla, I would prefer that I rather have as many vehicles as pre-orders, so I know how much I'm going to make. It doesn't make sense for me just to make 10,000 of pre-orders. Let it pile up to 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, whatever it is, and let me just roll that out, at least for North America, and then we can see how China's going to be and stuff like that. I know China, they're going to get approval for FSD, and that's another big thing. China approval FSD in Q1 of 2025, which that would be massive. That'll open another floodgates of robo taxis and stuff. So
Do you think
that's yeah.
do you think though that Tesla's first unsupervised will be with Cybercab, or do you think it'll just be with regular threes and Ys,
No,
like regular
regular
people?
threes and Ys. Yeah, regular people. I think
And
threes and Ys, they're already there. Just switch a button, and then that's it. You can do robo taxis with them.
okay, and what state do you think they start in first, or what city? Do you have a guess?
Yeah, I mean, Elon said in Texas and Cali, but you're talking about going full out.
Yeah, like a full unsupervised first drive. Where do you think it's going to be?
Oh, Texas for sure.
Okay,
100%
so like
Texas.
Austin.
100%.
Austin.
Yeah, Austin. 100%. No doubt about that. And then maybe California, Florida for sure. And we'll see how the deregulation goes with Trump and Elon, and let's see how that's going to speed up, the robo taxis and stuff like that. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna be crazy.
I see Nick in the chat here. Have I tried 13? I haven't tried version 13 yet. I'm a AI or a hardware 3
Oh
pleb, my
shoot!
friend. So, yeah, I'm a pleb.
Yo,
Um,
Nick, you want to come on too?
yeah, Nick, you should get your button here as well. Okay, so let's ask the chat. Actually, I would love to know from the chat. Everyone in the chat, throw in 2025. What is it? One thing that you're most excited about? We got ours. I want to know. Oh, sweet, he's in. I want to know
Let's
from
flipping
everyone
go, dude.
what is the one thing? Because I know, like, so Trump being in office, and I'll let you do that while I talk. Like, Trump being in office makes a big difference for frameworks for Tesla, for legislation, for bureaucracy. Everything's kind of gung ho tech, America go first, basically, at the moment, with all things regulation. And I think it'll stay like that for a while. Miguel says FSD, robo taxis, cheap model in FSD. So cybercaps is hopeless. Yeah, well, and someone said, by the way, on stock falling, someone said volume is really low and volume is not going to come back till next week. Yeah, generally that's true. A lot of people on Wall Street have taken the last few weeks off. 100% true. Optimist says Cypress Hill. Yeah, maybe, but 2025, I'd be surprised like Pejjy if in 2025 Optimist came in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be surprised too. I know Rafael. Shout out to him. He does some really good charts on X. Maybe yeah. I think this is the same guy, because I know his picture is him, but this is I don't know. But anyway, he's saying cheap model and FSD. Definitely, these guys are definitely big ones coming. But then if Optimus comes, dude, we're not ready for what's gonna happen. That's all I'm gonna say. We're just not ready. We're just not ready. I think also a big one is more interest rate cuts happening in 2025. I think. Okay, so you are the same guy. Cool. So I didn't. Good stuff. um, yeah, I think interest rates. I know they said there's less interest rates now and all that kind of stuff happening, but we're still gonna get cuts. That means Tesla is gonna have a higher gross margin as well, especially with their COGS going lower. So I think overall, bottom line, top line, 2025 is gonna be such a fantastic year. Oh man. It feels like we're out of the woods. Doesn't it feel like that?
Maybe I have PTSD and I never think we're out of the woods, but but like, yeah, next 5 to 10 years there's like it's incredible, like what we're about to see with in terms of, and I'd love to talk about like when Nick comes on this too, like asking about what he
Yeah.
thinks about the supercluster setup Tesla has, because yeah, it's like it's gonna have real results very soon in terms of like FSD 13, first time Cortex trained on the big
Yeah.
supercluster. Um, that's the first one, right? Like the training is only going to improve from here. They're only going to get more chips from here to train on. So yeah, I'm super excited about it.
Yeah. It's gonna be insane. And I know Tesla is like they're going to double their NVIDIA chips by now, actually, compared to what it was like in Q3, which is just that means more training, more faster improvements. Man, the acceleration and the exponential growth, it's insane. Like it's hitting us with a brick. I mean, the version 13. Let me see if I can pull up that one chart that Tesla Chan, posted. It was such an
Sure.
awesome chart. Let me see, where is
I
he?
didn't see that one actually.
Dude, it's nutty. It's crazy. Like, no, not this one. No,
If
not that
anyone,
one.
if anyone in the comments, if anyone in the comments has version 13, let us know what you think. I would love to know it. I'm on 12.5.4.2. They should really shorten those numbers too, by the way. What a handful to say.
Yeah,
But I would love to know if anyone in the comments has version 13.
yeah,
I heard
dude.
there's a red light issue though, by the way, on that right now. It's going through some red
Oh yeah.
lights. Yeah.
I wouldn't know, so I mean, now sucks, but what? But look at this. Look at this, dude. Like,
Wait, share
look
your
at
screen, bro.
2021.
You're not
I,
sharing
I
your
am. I
screen.
am. I'm not sharing my screen. No, come on. Oh wow! I can't believe it.
I don't
There
see.
we go. Now
Oh,
there we go. There it is.
there we go.
I thought I
Okay.
was like sharing it. Anyways, yeah. So look at this.
Okay.
This it's incredible. Look at 2024. Look at compared to the other ones. Like this is all like you said. With the it's for the because of the vortex, because of the Tesla cluster.
Yeah. Well,
We
someone says in
man,
the chat.
we got the
Oh,
man
Nico,
Nick, bro.
how's it going, Nick?
Long time no chat. Where you been, my man?
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
can hear
You can hear me? Okay, good. I have some new equipment here, so still
Sounds
trying
good.
to tweak it.
Sheesh.
Good.
You sounding very
Happy
crisp.
New Year's Eve, everybody. Or Pejjy, Happy New Year's already for you?
Actually, not yet. 45 minutes until
Okay.
New Year's. Probably head out in like 20 minutes or something. So we got time. No worries.
Okay.
Cool.
Sweet.
Keep going.
Yeah, so let's.
Yeah.
I actually want to talk to you about FSD, Nick, because I just asked everyone in the chat if they have version 13. I'm guessing you might. Joshua says that version 13 works amazingly, runs into potholes. It's incredible in Philadelphia, says Adam. Do you have version 13? And I know it's the first one trained on Cortex on their big supercluster. Where do you think we go in 2025 from here? Because I'm super excited about the AI compute power that Tesla's scaling up right now.
Yeah, I do have version 13. I don't know how to say this without sounding too Tesla cultish, overly bullish, hopium, whatever adjective you want to use, but actions speak louder than words. I bought my first leaps in the last 5 years yesterday. So obviously could have waited till today. It would have been a little better. But hopefully that kind of tells you everything you really need to know. It's there. It's literally there. It's more human-like than if I drive, if my wife drives, if anyone drives. It's I'm not saying I've never intervened, but when I've intervened, it's normally because I've changed the location last second and it's already in the wrong lane. And it's kind of like, well, there's no one here. We can make this turn kind of thing. But that's pretty much it. It's the smoothness, the lack of jerkiness, I'm sure you've heard people talk about how it's like predicting what you're thinking and like exactly what you would do. Like that's a spot on description of it. There will be someone kind of slowing down. I'll be like, I'd probably just start that, and it's already got his blinker off to go around them. You can tell it's starting to listen for ambulances and different emergency vehicle sounds. Let's see, school bus stop signs, school zones. The smoothness is a greater jump than what 11 to 12 was. Like, it's on another level. Yashu, you cannot drive smoother than this. It's impossible. I don't know how else to say this. It's impossible for you to drive better than how smooth this is.
So how's the navigation? Because my interventions are like, it's like trying to get around this car that's not just a little bit slower, but the turn's coming up to 200 meters. And I'm like, why are you trying to get around this car? I'm going to have to make a left turn anyways in the next 200 meters. Like, it's stupid things like that. On your AI4 with version 13, how does it do on navigation?
Yeah, so I can only, like, navigation is such a local thing. So I don't know if maybe there's not as much map data from Google, or if I don't know what Tesla's really doing as far as an overlay there. And I think they're trying to eventually phase Google out. It's just my assumption. But I can tell you in my area, it has never made a navigation mistake. It's never even gotten to a point where I was like, all right, are you going to get over? Are you going to get over? There's none of that. There's nothing like, hey, like, just be patient. We're literally 0.2 miles away from the exit. Don't try to do some BS over here. Just stay where you are. There's none of that. So, but that's for my location. So I don't want to, I don't want that to be the impression. Like, things like that, I think, are very kind of location based. What I'm talking about is just purely the fundamentals of driving and the mistake rate. It is so low, it's crazy. The fact that we're here in 2024, we're not even 2025. It's. I have negative doubt that we are not going to see unsupervised full self-driving in 2025. It's that good. And this is the baby version of this version, right? This is the mini. This isn't the full parameter stack that they're going to roll out. So it is. I want to, like, tell everybody or express this in a way that you guys think like he's got to be on drugs, or he's got to be like just completely over embellishing, because it literally feels like insider information right now. It's that good. It's that smooth.
Wow. Man, that's a sheesh moment, man.
12
I wish
sucks.
it was Tesla's
12
here.
sucks.
Yeah.
12 is trash compared to this.
Kind of sound like Holmars going like, 11 is better than 10. 11 is trash because of 12, and 12 is trash because of 13. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Well, like, I'll tell you. Yeah. So, what version of 12 are you on, Yashu?
12.5.4.2.
Okay, so you don't. Oh no, is that was there a 12.6?
It's just starting to come out last night, but
okay,
I'm not probably
that's
gonna get
right.
next week. Yeah.
So here are like what the things that I didn't like about the last version of 12 I had. One, it did the right thing, but in an uncomfortable way. When it would approach a car like behind it, like, it wouldn't start decelerating soon enough. And it was like out of nowhere started doing this. Like, the other versions didn't do that. So I didn't like that. Yellow lights, it sucked at. It would like it's like, dude, either speed up and get to the yellow or start slowing down way earlier. But this whole like harsh brake just so you can stay behind the white line, like, you can't do that. It would do that a lot. Everything you mentioned about navigation, it would definitely do that. It wasn't jerky, but it definitely had its moments of kind of having a little jerkiness. All those things are gone. And then on top of that, if you think that when it's doing good, that smoothness that you feel, imagine that being considered rough for 13. Like, when you think it's doing really good and it's driving really smoothly, that would be rough for 13. The yellow light situation, like, have you experienced what I'm talking about with the yellow lights?
The yellow lights, I haven't experienced that problem as much, no.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you now, with yellow lights, it's either decelerates properly, it gets the yellow light, or it will accelerate intentionally to beat the yellow light. I've never seen it do that.
Dude, that's
Something
crazy.
else I've never seen FSD do that it does now is it will. So a lot of times on the highway, it will slow down to get behind someone to catch an exit. Nah, that's not all it does. It has more tricks in its bag now. Now it'll accelerate past someone just to get in front of them to take the exit. Very human-like. So it's you. Anyone who hasn't tried 13, I highly recommend you go try it out. Don't listen to me. Like, just listen to me on this one thing. Go try it. You have to experience it. Listen to that. Everything else, make up your own opinion. But it just feels like insider information. I feel like no wonder Bank of America raised their price targets when they experienced 13 through Austin, because that was before we all got it. Remember? So I think at that point only like Omar and Chuck had it.
Do you think AI4 is going to be as good or AI3 is going to be good as AI4 on version 13?
I don't know, because there's a lot of different variables that go into that. So I think like all hardware today will be better in a year from now. And what I mean by that is because the compression algorithms, the ability to ship out these models much more efficiently will continue to improve. And so they'll be able to run on the current iteration of hardware, whatever you have. The question is, does the 5 megapixel versus the 1 megapixel cameras really make that much a difference as far as for, taking the photons in and using that as the input, or if it's irrelevant? I don't know the answer to that. And then there's also the latency question, right? Like on hardware 4, you have a lot more GPUs, you have a lot more RAM than you do on hardware 3. How much does that matter, right? Like, does hardware 3 have enough RAM to increase the context window? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Again, it's hard to know how Tesla's allocating these things, or what tricks they have up their sleeves to have a synthetic elongated context window to have that better experience and memory, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, with better inferencing, I think they can potentially compress that into a smaller chip, like for sure. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter though, I guess at the end of the day, because I'm a hardware 3 pleb, but unsupervised is going to start with hardware 4 anyway. It's like, why would it start with hardware 3? Everyone's like, well, hardware 3 will get, who cares? Because they're going to have a million plus AI4 cars running around. Why do they need to worry about hardware 3 right now? It can be a tomorrow problem is probably what they're doing. And that's, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It should be a tomorrow problem. It should be. Yeah. At the end of the day, to appease to the masses has never been the right answer. The right answer is to stay focused on solving the problem. And if you can solve the problem, then everything else will follow, right? And I think that's what their motivation is. It's the same reason why like people would get upset when they don't roll out certain versions. Only 100 people got a certain version, was because they got what they needed from that, and now they're on to the next version. They're not gonna sit there and just roll it all out so everybody can have it and just to appease people. Like that's just stupid. That's people being selfish. It would be like you saying, I'm pissed off because I don't have it on hardware 3, and so they should roll it out for me, and they should cover the cost for all this, when in reality you're kind of like, nah, BS, forget that. Do whatever you need to get the robotaxi to make my Tesla shares exactly. $2,000 a share. I'll get a new Model 3, like, or who cares, right?
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
100%.
Sheesh, I feel so left out here, man. You guys have like Teslas talking about like full self drivings and stuff, and I'm just like, man, I only experienced it like only once a year when I come back to Toronto, and I'm just like, I tried it. I tried the latest version when I visit because it sucks when I rent out the Teslas on Toro. They don't have the full self driving. They only have the autopilot, which is like, okay, sure, whatever, it's good.
Some do,
but the ones that I got, I'm like, why don't you have full self driving? They said, oh, because of insurance reasons, and I'm like, dude, come on, man. But what I did was I went to the showroom and I got a test drive there with my brother, and we both experienced it together for the first time, and we were just like blown away. And this was like version July, the latest version, and we're just like blown away how cool it is. And you're talking about version 13, how it is, and I'm just like, and I'm seeing all these videos, and I'm just like, I just need more shares.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it seems, I was getting a lot of hate when I'd be on different channels or post on X that we eventually need to have a pullback. Like I don't know when. I don't know. I was
Bring
like,
on
I
the
don't know if it'll be
dips.
when we get to 600 and we come back to 5, or if it's 480 and we come back down to 385. I don't know, but you can't go up forever, at least not in that manner. And right now, I know people are probably freaking out. I can kind of see on X, seeing different comments on YouTube today.
Yeah, paper
But
hands, man. It kind of sorry, but it kind of pisses me off because it's just like so you classic FOMO. I'm just like what like you don't expect you expect the stock to keep going higher and higher and higher and not have a pullback. Like did you buy like 480 or something? Like and now you're like I'm getting comments too on my videos and think like, oh my god, Pejjy, it's going down. And I'm just like, man, STFU, man. It's long-term
well,
freaking investment.
well, so all right, so I'll comment on that real quick. I
Yeah.
don't think it's bad for people to sell. Like I'm not one of those people that say like diamond hands never sell anything. Like
Unless they
I
buy high
think
and sell low.
yeah, I do think there are like strategic ways to sell. I mean, like I don't want to give any like finance. It's not advice or anything, but I think covered calls make a lot of sense during a lot of different time periods. I wouldn't do any right now personally, not with what's coming up this week. But I mean, if we just ran up 100%, taking some off the table, like that does make sense to me. Be careful with taxes and all that, but everyone's got their own situation. Everyone's playing the game their own way, and we all learn in our own way as well. So it's so nuanced that I don't mind people selling. I don't mind people buying, holding forever. I don't mind people playing options. It's all a game, and I believe in being as portfolio efficient as you can. And so that's why I like using options, because I'm all about portfolio efficiency, not just buy it and that's it. But what I was going to say is I actually think we're holding up pretty good today, considering how we're like, I don't know, 33% light on volume, maybe closer to 40% light on volume today. So, it's not bad. And also keep in mind, this is going into a day where the stock market's going to be closed tomorrow. And as you can imagine, market makers are adjusting their, premiums being decayed early to account for that day off. We also have to account for, I'm not saying it's happening today, but eventually it's going to for next week, January 9th, when it's closed, right? So market makers are, they're not going to get caught holding the bag, and they're going to decay premium whenever it makes most sense. But then also we have the delivery numbers. And so I'm sure people are positioning ahead of that and saying, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen. I'll take this 50% gain I have right now. We'll redeploy, and I don't care if I miss out on a 15% jump. At least it de-risks me from a 50% loss on what I already gained. And that makes sense, right? Everyone's got to manage their own way. So, but I honestly think that this is a pretty good holdup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, anything below 400, man, I'm going to destroy that buy button. But anyways, Yashu, go ahead.
I'm just making some trades. I'm just trying to figure out what the interesting part is. Like, I like what I would like to see today is, I think the line in the stand for some people, it's all-time high. So 414, I think 411, like if we can close above 411 in the next half an hour, that's the strategic level that I've been looking at even since we were in the 480s. I've been tweeting about and saying 411 is like the pullback line metric for us to stay above water into a bull trend. I think what you said, Nick, about volume is can't be said enough. Volume is disgustingly low. And so it's really not hard for anyone to have their way with the stock or with the stock market when you have weeks like this, or you have days like this, just to say. But it makes sense. Like, a lot of people, everyone likes to say, well, why wouldn't you wait till January 1st or 2nd to sell so your tax bill can go into the next fiscal year? Maybe. But a lot of people like you're saying, like, don't want to have that production and deliveries report risk on the stock. And so they're like, yeah, you know what? Tesla's been a good trade for me. Let me close out some of my position, some of my exposure. It's run up so much. And then when you see stuff falling, you kind of want to chase, and you don't want to be the one holding the bag at the end of the day. But like you said, Pejjy, 3 weeks ago, not even maybe, if someone said Tesla is going to be right around all-time highs of $414, like, you would have been cheering, right? When Trump got elected, you would have probably slapped me in the face upside down and been like, shut up. There's no way that's going to happen. And so now we're here literally a month and a half later from Trump getting elected, and people are acting like, this is nuts. And to be fair, we were at 490 for like a hot second, not even. Like we were there for not even like 30 minutes at 480 something. So that's not really a level that I look at.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you can see, like, just with the screen you have up, look at the bid ask. Look, that's a wide spread for Tesla. That's a really wide spread. So you can just tell that volume is just not there today.
Yeah, volume's at 62 million. 62. Yeah.
Like I said, a third off.
Yeah. Wow. So low volume selling, I don't want to get too bullish, but low volume selling is generally just profit taking. That's normally what it is. What you don't want to see is institutional level selling. That, if you had way higher than normal volume and it going down. Yeah, I mean, and the market's down too, right? Everyone in the market, everything pretty much in the market is down on my watch list, other than Intel, and Bitcoin apparently is up too. Who knows? So,
let me ask you guys, what are your do you have any, like, let's call them financial investing, just any kind of goals or priorities for 2025? Any things you're trying to achieve, hit?
I'm trying to get into more chip investing. For me, I want to learn. I've been trying to learn a lot more about semis and get into that space because I'm just a pleb. I don't know shit for the most part, and I've been trying to learn as much as I can about semis because I think in the next decade, NVIDIA is obviously like it's the number one leader, but I'm looking at stuff like AMD. Can they catch up on their software? Are they pretty much fully screwed out of because they don't have CUDA? Like I'm into that investing space. That's why I'm so excited about Tesla's derivative play into the AI. Personally, for 2025, that's a big priority for me is to figure out the semi game because I think in the next 10 years, it's all going to be about AI. That's the only thing we're going to talk about.
I think we're there already.
Yeah. I'm just behind the times. That's the problem.
Now, for me, it's like just keeping it simple. Big red days, major day, just dollar cost average into Tesla. I did start a position in HIMS. Yeah, I just said, yeah.
Something you want to tell us?
No, but that company, dude, it has some really good financials, and I'm just like, it's only 4 or 5 billion market cap, and the way it's growing, if it 10x is only 50 billion, I think you can put like some, I got like 72 shares or something on that. But that's it though. Other than that, it's just Tesla and just let that thing grow. Water that plant. That's it. Water that plant. I don't have any other, and really, I'm not trying to make it too complicated for me because before I went all in Tesla, I was diversified. I'm just like, man, this sucks. Like, yeah, I'm making 10% a year, but then, when you look at like NVIDIA or when you look at the other guys at that time, they were like going 20, 30, 40%. And then when I read Tesla's story, I'm like, okay, this is autonomy and stuff like that. This is going to be the next thing. And it looks like it is going to be the next thing. So sheesh. So I'm just going to keep it simple. Dollar cost average into Tesla in 2025 as well. Yeah. Nick, I wanted to ask you this. Because I asked Yashu earlier, what are you most excited for Tesla in 2025?
The company or the stock?
Nothing.
Company.
They're kind of boring, man. They don't do much. Probably unsupervised FSD. I think, just driving around 13 right now, I have a famous last words. I'm probably ruining the possibility of this for everyone just by speaking into existence here. I have a sneaky suspicion they're shifting left on all their timelines when it comes to the cybercab, FSD, unsupervised, robotaxis. I think they're shifting the timeline left. So I think that's what I'm most excited about. But maybe not so much as just that, but just the idea of unsupervised FSD. I mean, just think about it. to be able to sit there and just have Netflix on or have YouTube on and just be able to watch the market and open up my laptop and work on some stuff while I'm going from point A to point B. Like that's paradigm shifting, right? That's a whole different world. And I'd be doing that in my own vehicle, not some vehicle I have to pay for, a robo taxi or a Uber or anything of that nature. It'd be my own vehicle. That I think would be pretty wild. So I think that's what I'm most looking forward to. And the day that happens, maybe not even the day it happens, when it's on the precipice of happening, I think you're going to see Tesla stock will front run that by a lot. And I kind of suspect that everything we've seen up to this point has nothing to do with FSD 13. It has nothing to do with anything related to what the company actually is. I think this is all about just Trump and Elon and potentially less lawfare, whether you believe that or not. And I think that has allowed people to take a second look at Tesla, and because of that, and that second look is starting to lead companies like Bank of America to finally say, "Oh, hold on, what are you guys doing? When you got this fact, like think about this, it just seems bewildering to me, wild to me. Bank of America has never gone down to Austin to look at the factory. That was their first time driving FSD with Tesla. Like, what's the point of being Bank of America if you're not going to use the ability to have that with their investors relation? Like, give me your pass. I'll go have this conversation with them instead. But it's the first time they're doing that. So why is that their first time doing it? Like that just seems crazy to me. So I think that the barriers have been brought down for it to be a sin or a potential liability for you as a company, as a fund, whatever, to invest in Tesla. And game's back on come January.
Yeah, I think a lot of bears haven't driven FSD. A lot of them haven't even probably driven a Tesla in the Tesla, I think, unfortunately. I think so. The Trump effect was real. We know that. I think it was unlocking. I think if it would be interesting actually if you can look at the market caps of the top companies in the world, NVIDIA, Apple, NVIDIA, Amazon, Microsoft, blah, blah, blah. I think you could also rank them based on GPU compute power, I think, and it would be a very similar order, right? And I think if you look at Tesla, it's lagged for a while in market cap, but now it's catching up. And I think that might be a large degree as to the supercomputers that Tesla is building up and finally bringing online. And if you bundle an XAI with that, I think it's more of an obvious point because Tesla doesn't have, I don't think, more than 100,000 just yet, H100s. But when you bundle it with XAI and what they're doing, I think the market cap order is probably pretty similar.
That's man, you have been diving into chips. If that's how you're seeing things now. The bigger the cluster, exactly. The bigger the valuation. Who said size doesn't matter?
Yeah, exactly.
Pejjy over here with the hymns. He's like, size matters.
Hymns.
No, that's yeah. I don't disagree with that. I think Yashu, it might have been you. I saw a post recently that I agree with. In fact, it's a very similar post to what I have pinned on my X since like July or June or something like that. But if you look at all those companies, the top 5-6 companies, guys, and I work for one, so keep in mind, like I am biased. So none of them have AI the way Tesla does. And yet Tesla's at the bottom of them. And yet the whole conversation nonstop is about AI. And somehow no one talks about Tesla's AI, yet they're the only ones with real usable AI. Everyone else has some type of chatbot that, okay, yeah, it can give me a recipe. Great, I got that recipe. But with Tesla, it can actually replace a human. It can actually replace a human. ChatGPT can't replace a human. It can replace a task or two. It can make an employee more efficient. FSD replaces a human. In fact, not only just a human, but in one of the biggest, if not the biggest employer in the world, I believe, is driving. So just think about that. Like, that's nutty. What did I say?
Yeah. And here's the little
Yeah,
post that
exactly.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is very similar. So like go to my page now real quick.
Let's go. Investing.
Because like
again.
Amazon, Microsoft, Google, like they're and they're focused on building like the AWS type of model
Yes.
here a little bit, right? And so, but Tesla's directly using the compute to build something in the real world, whereas this is more of a lease model almost.
Exactly. It's right at Nick.
Nick, that's I had to name it. Oh, there it is. Gotcha.
So look at my pinned post.
LLM hype cycle is coming to an end. The ROI expected isn't going to be in the LLMs, and that seems clear for now. Useful, yes. Overhyped, yes. Commoditized already, yes. AI ROI will be autonomy and humanoid robots, not LLMs. Mark my words. Yeah, facts.
So that's exactly what Yashu was saying, right?
Yep.
That's where it's going to be, and it doesn't even seem like a debate at this point, right? That's where the revenue is going to be, and as much as like it's just been a crazy month if you really think about it. Google came out and said that Tesla's the leader, or the CEO of Google said that Tesla, not the CEO of Waymo, they would probably disagree. Publicly, they disagree. Behind closed doors, I'm sure they agree. But the fact that the CEO of Google said that is wild.
Yep.
The fact that Cruise is no more is wild. You know, the fact that now that Tesla or Elon can push for nationwide regulation when it comes to autonomous vehicles, like what a wild 1 month it's been for Tesla. Like those are huge milestones that I don't think you've heard CNBC, Fox Business, Bloomberg have not put those three things together once.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And
that's what happens
Pejjy,
when you become the government.
That is true. Pejjy, do you have to run because it's almost like New Year's because you're living in?
Yeah, I got maybe yeah. I mean,
I've got till 3:50.
3:50.
Yeah, I'm hopping on with
Randy. So how do you guys want to do this?
Well, feel free to sign off, Pejjy. You have to. I know you have to.
Yeah, gotta slowly head out. Okay. All right. We have to do this again some other time because this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, do this again. This is awesome. Like, this is so unexpected, but it's a pleasure to have Yashu and Nick on here. Man, it's been what a great way to end 2024. having you guys on. But honestly, it's awesome. So yeah, we'll definitely have you guys on again, 100%. We'll arrange something. We'll talk about whatever it is Tesla related. The news never stops with Tesla, which is insane. But everyone, please go to Yashu's account, YouTube channel, X, and Nick's as well. They both have YouTube and X. Subscribe to them, follow them. They have some really good stuff. And you guys see these guys on Herbert all the time. So these guys have some really good, very good thoughts. And I'll have them again on the channel again because they're really awesome guys to talk to.
And Happy New Year to Pejjy.
Thank you.
Pejjy. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for Pejjy as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Happy New Year's to everybody. And hope you guys have an awesome 2025 and an awesome New Year's. Yeah.
We got to end it with one last sheesh.
Sheesh. Let's flip and go. Love y'all.
Let's go.
See ya. Peace.